Good morning, students. Welcome back to English class. Students, today we are going to see a new chapter in literature, that is chapter 9, How the Leaves Came Down. In this chapter, we are going to learn about leaves falling down from the trees, personification, synonyms and antonyms. Students, be ready with your textbook and take the page number 81. Students, before going to the concept, let's do the warm-up exercise. Look here. Take a leaf walk in your school campus. Collect 4 different types of leaves. Observe and write the following details about the leaves. Students, now you are at home, so you can take a leaf walk in your surroundings. Collect 4 different types of leaves. What do you want to do? You have to collect 4 different types of leaves and observe carefully and write the following details given. Color of the leaves, shape of the leaves, name of the trees, and compare the color of the fallen leaves and leaves on the tree. You have to observe these 4 following details. After observing these things, you should write in the given blanks. You should observe color of the leaves. It means you have to collect 4 different types of leaves, observe the color, shape, name of tree and comparison. Compare the colors of the fallen leaves and the leaves on the tree. After writing all these details, you have to paste the leaf in the given space. Okay, students, now we are going to see about the poetess. Look at the picture. The poetess name is Susan Coolidge, and her original name is Sarah Chauncey Woolsey. She was an American children's author who wrote under the pen name Susan. She was born on January 29, 1835 into the wealthy family in Cleveland. She worked as a nurse during the American Civil War. After she started to write, she never married, and she is best known for her classic children's novel What Katy Did, and she died on April 9, 1905. Students, there are 4 types of seasons on earth. They are spring season, autumn season, winter season and summer season. Okay, let me discuss about these seasons. What do you mean by summer season? Summer is the hottest season of all. It is the hottest of all the seasons. In this season, nights are shorter and days are longer. Okay, let's move to the next season, that is spring. What do you mean by spring season? In this season, trees begin to develop and flowers start to bloom. Okay, let's move to the next one, that is autumn. Autumn season is also known as fall. In this season, the older leaves of trees and plants fall. That's why this season is also known as fall. Let's move to the last season, that is winter. Winter season brings snow and ice, and it is the coldest season of all. Students, do you know why leaves fall in autumn? Read this poem by Susan Coolidge to find out. Students, do you know why leaves fall in autumn season? This poem is about autumn season turning into winter. As the leaves get scarlet and golden, scarlet means red color, and golden, they start to fall one by one. In the winter season, the leaves fall down and sleep under the tree. If the leaves fall on the tree is ready to welcome the spring season. Okay, let us see how to find out and why leaves fall in autumn. I will tell you how the leaves came down. The great tree to his children said, "You are getting sleepy, yellow and brown. Yes, very sleepy, little red. It is quite time to go to bed." "Ha!" begged each silly pouting leaf. "Let us Let us a little longer stay, dear Father Tree. Behold our grief. 'Tis such a very pleasant day. We do not want to go away. So, for just one more merry day to the great tree, the leaflets clung." Students, actually, in this poem, um, they the poet shows that the poet describes the tree as a father and leaves as children. Okay, in this poem, the father tree tells his children, it means the leaves. The father tree tells his children that they are getting sleepy. If we feel very tired, what we do? How do we look? We look very dull and our eyes became red. The same way, the leaves getting sleepy and it is time to go to bed. But the leaves did not want to go to sleep. Each of the silly means that a stupid, unimportant, pouting leaf. Pouting means pushing one's lip forward as an expression. It is an expression like annoyance. Annoyance means disturbance. So each of the silly pouting leaf requesting the father tree to let them stay awake a little longer. They requested his father to observe and look at their pains and sorrows and allow them to enjoy the pleasant day for some more time. And they don't want to go away from his father tree. The leaves hold on tightly to the tree and requesting his father to allow them to enjoy one more happy day. Here, tis such a very pleasant day. It means the tis is a contraction of it is. So what they are asking, it is a very pleasant day. They don't want to go away. They need to enjoy for one more happy day. Frolicked and danced and had their way upon the autumn breezes swung, whispering all their sports among. Perhaps the great tree will forget and let us stay until the spring, if we all beg and coax and fret. Students, here frolicked means moved in a cheerful way. What do you mean by frolicked? Frolicked means moved in a cheerful way. Breeze means gentle wind. Okay, when the gentle winds move from side to side, the leaves also move and dance in a cheerful way on autumn breezes. And they started to whisper like the children leaves started to whisper like, if we all beg. Beg means asking or requesting. Okay, if we all beg and convince our father tree or speak softly to him, maybe, perhaps means maybe or perchance, maybe the father tree will forget everything and allow us to stay until the spring season. But the great tree did no such thing. He smiled to hear their whispering. "Come, children, all to bed," he cried, and ere the leaves could urge their prayer, he shook his head and far and wide, fluttering and rustling everywhere. Students, already the father listened their whispering. The father tree did nothing. Simply he listened all their whispering and smiled. He shouted. Shouted means in here they given he cried. Cried means he shouted. He shouted, "Come, children, come all to bed." He cried like this. The tree thought that before the leaves persuade something to us, make them to sleep. Okay, before telling something or convincing something to us, make them to sleep. When he shook his head, there is a irregular motion. When the tree shook his head far and wide, there is a regular motion, and the dry leaves made soft sound by their movement everywhere. Down sped the leaves through the air. I saw them on the ground they lay, golden and red, a huddled swarm, waiting till one from far away. White bedclothes heaped upon her arm should come to wrap them safe and warm. Students, already we know that the father tree shook his head. It means the tree shook his head. There is an irregular motion, and all the dried leaves came down. All the leaves came down quickly through the air. Here, sped means past tense of speed. So all the leaves came down quickly through the air. When Father Tree saw them on the ground, they looked golden and red in a large number of crowded together in a small space. He shook his head no. On that time, all the leaves came down, and Father Tree saw them on the ground. They looked golden and red in a large number, crowded together in a small space. Here, huddled swam. Huddled swam means a large number of leaves gathered together in a small space. White bed clothes heaped upon her arm. It means white bed clothes refers to the snowfall. Do you know snowfall? Yes, that white bed clothes refers to the snowfalls. If the earth is covered with snowfall, the dry leaves fallen on the ground will be wrapped. Wrapped means will be covered safe and warm in the blanket of snow. The great bay tree looked down and smiled. "Good night, dear little leaves," he said, and from below each sleepy child replied "Good night" and murmured, "It is so nice to go to bed." Students, bare means uncovered or unclothed. Here the bare tree, the tree without leaves, looked down. The tree saw down, looked down and smiled. Now the tree said, "Good night, my dear children." It means good night, my dear little leaves. And each sleepy leaf replied, "Good night, and it is nice and makes happy to go to bed," they said. Students, now it's time to read this poem. Do you know why leaves fall in autumn? Read this poem by Susan Coolidge to find out. I will tell you how the leaves came down. The great tree to his children said, "You're getting sleepy, yellow and brown. Yes, very sleepy, little red. It is quite time to go to bed." "Ha!" begged each silly pouting leaf. "Let us a little longer stay, dear Father Tree. Behold our grief. 'Tis such a very pleasant day. We do not want to go away. So, for just one more merry day, to the great tree the leaflets clung, frolicked and danced, and had their way upon the autumn breezes swung, whispering all their sports among. Perhaps the great tree will forget and let us stay until the spring, if we all beg and coax and fret." But the great tree did no such thing. He smiled to hear their whispering. "Come, children, all to bed," he cried, and ere the leaves could urge their prayer, he shook his head and far and wide, fluttering and rustling everywhere. Down sped the leaflets through the air. I saw them on the ground they lay, golden and red, a huddled swarm, waiting till one from far away. While bedclothes heaped upon her arm, should come to wrap them safe and warm. The great bay tree looked down and smiled. "Good night, dear little leaves," he said, and from below each sleepy child replied "Good night" and murmured, "It is so nice to go to bed." Students, now we are going to see a literary device in this poem, that is personification. In this poem, the tree speaks and so do the leaves. Sometimes a thing or an idea is represented as a person, especially in poetry. Such a usage is known as personification. Students, what do you mean by personification? Personification means when you give an animal or object qualities that only a human can have. It means the representation of a thing in the form of person. Okay, so especially we can see in poems. Such a usage is known as personification. It means a thing or an idea is shown as a person. Such usage is known as personification, and it means showing an animal or a thing as having a human quality. It can be in the form of person, it can be in the form of qualities of a person. And the word personification contains the word person, and to personify an object means to describe it as if it were a person. It means the word person contains the word person, and to personify, to represent an object, to describe the object as if it were a person. Look here, two examples are given. Instead of saying the sun is shining, we can say the sun is smiling down. Instead of describing a flag as fluttering in the wind, we can say the flag is dancing. Students, remember that we have seen in this poem frolicked and danced. It means the leaves moves here to there. We can say that the leaves are dancing and moving. Students, now let's do the first exercise, that is choose the correct option. Let us see the first one. The leaves did not want to go to sleep as. The given options are: they loved to sing, it was a pleasant day, they wanted to listen to a story. So which one is correct for the first one? Which option is correct? Yes, you are right. It was a pleasant day. The leaves did not want to go to sleep as it was a pleasant day. So students, tick on the option B. Let us see the second one. The leaves wanted to stay until. Options are: option A spring, option B the monsoon, option C the next summer. So students, which option is correct for the second one? The leaves wanted to stay until which season? Yes, you are right, spring. So students, tick on the option A. Let's move to the third one. When all the leaves came down, the tree was. Options are full, bare, heavy. Students, when the leaves came down, how does it look? How does the tree look? The tree looks bare. It means the tree without leaves. So students, tick on the option B. Do it neatly and properly. Students, we have completed the first exercise. Now let's do the second exercise, that is read these lines from the poem and answer the questions. Okay, let us see the first one. You are getting sleepy, yellow and brown. Yes, very sleepy, little red. It is quite time to go to bed. Students, we know very well that these lines we have taken from the poem. Okay, let us see the given questions. Look at the first one. Who says that? Students, who says that? Yes, the father tree says to the leaves. Okay, let's move to the second one. Why do you think the speaker addresses the listeners as yellow, brown and red? Why do you think the speaker addresses the listeners as yellow, brown and red? Students, in autumn season, we can see the leaves as yellow, red and brown. So, the speaker addresses the listeners as yellow, brown and red. It means in autumn season. We can assume that in autumn season, we can see the leaves as yellow, brown and red. Okay, let's move to the second one. White bedclothes heaped upon her arm should come to wrap them safe and warm. Okay, look at the first question. What do you understand by white bedclothes there? Students, what do you mean by white bedclothes? Already I explained in poem. What do you mean by white bedclothes? Yes, you are right. White bedclothes refers to the snowfall. White bedclothes refers to the snowfall. It means if the earth is covered with white bedclothes. Okay, let's move to the second one. Who will be wrapped safe and warm? Wrapped means covered. Okay, who will be wrapped safe and warm? The fallen leaves. The fallen leaves on the ground will be wrapped. The fallen leaves will be wrapped safe and warm in the blanket of snow. Students, now it's discussion time. Let us discuss about answer the following questions. Look at the first one. Who tells the story of the falling of leaves in the poem? Who tells the story of the falling of leaves in the poem? Actually, students, who tells the story? The father tree. The father tree tells the story of the falling leaves in the poem. Let's move to the second one. Who are yellow, brown and little red in the poem? Yes, of course, they are the leaves. Yellow, brown and little red or leaves on the father tree. Let's move to the third one. What do the leaves not want to do? What do the leaves not want to do? Actually, the leaves, they don't want to go away. They want to stay. They want to stay on the tree and enjoy themselves until the spring. Okay, let's move to the fourth one. What happens when the great tree shakes his head? What happens when the great tree shakes his head? When the great tree shakes his head, there is a great fluttering. Fluttering means irregular motion. Okay, irregular motion and rustling everywhere. Rustling means already I explained in the poem. Rustling means that soft sounds made by the leaves. Okay, when the great tree shakes his head, there is a great irregular motion and soft sounds everywhere, and the leaves come flying down to lie down on the ground. Okay, let's see the last question. That is, do you think the poem describes children's nature? Give reasons to support your answer. Students, do you think the poem describes children's nature? Okay, if you support the answer, you can give the reasons. Okay, students, now we are going to see about synonyms and antonyms. Okay, students, what do you mean by synonyms? Synonym means meanings. What do you mean by antonym? Antonym means opposite. Look here, synonyms are words that have the same or nearly the same meanings. For example, cold and cool. Synonyms are words. They have the same meaning. Look at the given example, cold and cool. Look here, two words are given. They are the words are different, but they are same meaning. So if words are different but they have the same meaning, it is known as synonym. Okay, let's move to the antonyms. Antonyms are words but they have opposite meanings. For example, cold and hot. Two words are different and they have opposite meanings. Students, now we are going to do the first exercise, that is write S next to word pairs that are synonyms. Write A next to word pairs that are antonyms. Students, look here, 10 word pairs are there. Okay, in each pair, two words are given. If the two words have same meanings, you should write the letter S. Otherwise, you can write the letter A. If the two words have same meaning, you can write the letter S. Otherwise, if the two words have opposite meaning, you can write the letter A. Let us see the first one. The given words are beneath, above. The meaning of beneath is under. So students, beneath and above, they don't have same meanings. They have opposite meaning. So which letter we should write here? That is letter A, because the given two words have opposite meanings. So write the letter A in the first blank. Let us move to the second one. The given words are feasting and fasting. What do you mean by feasting and what do you mean by fasting? Feasting means a feast. Feast means it's a party or celebration. We can eat or drink anything. Okay. What do you mean by fasting? Fasting means we don't eat or drink anything. So they have different meanings. So they have opposite meanings. So we have to write the letter A in the second dash also. Let's move to the third one. Few, many. The given words are few, many. We know very well that they have opposite meanings. It means they are opposites. They have opposite meanings. So write the letter A in the third one. Let's move to the fourth one. Flower, blossom. We know the meaning of flower. What is the meaning of blossom? It is also flower. So both the words have same meaning. So write the letter S in the fourth one. Let's move to the fifth one. The given words are pale, dull. What do you mean by pale? Pale means faded color or light in color. Dull also same meaning. So the given two words have same meaning. So write the letter yes. Let's move to the sixth one. Silence and quiet. Both the words have same meaning only. Silence and quiet means to be quiet. Okay. So write the letter S in the given sixth one. Let's move to the seventh one. The given words are small and tiny. Small and tiny. Both the words have same meaning. So write the letter S. Let's move to the eighth one. The given words are strong and sturdy. What is the meaning of sturdy? Sturdy means strong. So both the words have same meaning. So write the letter S in the eighth one. Let's move to the ninth one. The given words are tall, short. We know very well that the two words they don't have same meaning. They have opposite meaning. So write the letter A. And the last one, and the last word pair is top, bottom. We know very well that top and bottom are opposite words. It means they don't have same meaning. They have opposite meanings. So write the letter A in the 10th one. Students, write clearly and neatly in your textbook. Okay students, now let us see some new words given in the poem. It means let us see the meanings of new words. Look at the first one, begged. What do you mean by begged? Begged means asked or requested. What do you mean by begged? It means asked or requested. Let us move to the second one, silly. Silly means foolish or unimportant. What do you mean by silly? Foolish or unimportant. Let's move to the third one, behold. What do you mean by behold? It means to see, otherwise look at. To see, otherwise look at. Okay, let's move to the fourth one, grief. What do you mean by grief? It means deep sorrow. Deep sorrow. Let's move to the fifth one, tis. It means it is a contraction of it is. Okay, let's move to the next word, merry. Merry means happiness. Okay, merry means happy. Let's move to the next one, leaflets. Leaflets. Here Leaflets mean young leaves. Okay, leaflets mean young leaves. Let us move to the next word, clung. What do you mean by clung? Clung means held on tightly. Clung means held on tightly. Okay, let's see the next one, frolicked. What do you mean by frolicked? Frolicked means played or moved in a cheerful way. Played or moved in a cheerful way. Let's move to the next word, breeze. What do you mean by breeze? Breeze means the gentle winds. What do you mean by breeze? Breeze means gentle winds. Okay. Let us move to the next word, fret. What do you mean by fret? Fret means worry about something. Students, let us see the next word, fluttering. What do you mean by fluttering? It means moving with a light irregular motion. Light irregular motion. Let us see the next word, rustling. It means making soft sounds by the movement of dry leaves. Making a soft sound by the movement of dry leaves. Let's move to the next one, huddled. It means crowded together in a small space. Crowded or gathered together in a small space. Let's move to the next word, swarm. Swarm means a large number. Okay? Swarm means large number. Students, we have completed the first exercise. Okay, now we are going to do the second exercise, that is find words in the poem which mean the following. Students, already we have seen the meanings of new words. So what you want to do means, here 4 words are given. You want to find out the word in the poem which mean the following. Okay, which have the same meaning. Already new words along with the meanings as given. So students, read the meanings properly and find out the suitable answer for the given 4 words. Do it yourself, write neatly and clearly. Students, I gave answers for book back exercises of this chapter. After doing your exercise, after completing your exercises, you can check the answers here. Students, now we are going to see rhyming words. What do you mean by rhyming words? Rhyming words are 2 or more words that have same ending sound. What do you mean by rhyming word? Rhyming words are 2 or more words that have similar ending sounds. If the 2 words have same ending sound, they are known as rhyming word. If the 2 words that have different ending sound, they are not rhyming words. Okay students, look here. Some rhyming words we have taken from this poem. Let us see what are they. The first one is down, brown. Down, brown. Both the words are different, but they have same ending sounds. Down, brown. Let's move to the next one, red bed. Red bed. Red bed. Let's move to the third one, clung, swung. Clung, swung. Let's move to the next one, arm, warm. Arm, warm. Let's move to the next one, leaf, grief. Leaf, grief. Let's move to the last one, day, way. Day, way. Students, in this chapter you have an interesting activity, that is making a leaf family. Go on a leaf hunting walk. Collect leaves that have fallen down on the ground. Make sure you collect different kinds of leaves, long, round, broad, etc. Take one leaf and paste it on a thick white sheet of paper. Stick the leaf in a way that it resembles the torso of a human being, an animal, or a bird. Draw a face, arms, legs, a tail, etc. outside the leaf to complete the living being. Make a family with the leaves you have collected. Students, really it is an interesting activity. Before going to do this activity, you have to collect different kinds of leaves. It may be long, round, broad, whatever. You have to collect different kinds. It means different shapes of leaves. After collecting the leaves, take one leaf and paste it on a white sheet, thick white sheet. Paste the leaf on a thick white sheet of paper. Stick the leaf in a way. Stick the leaf means paste the leaf in a way that it shows the torso of a human being. Torso means that trunk of the human body or an animal or a bird. After pasting the leaf, outside the leaf, you have to draw a face, arms, legs, a tail, etc. To show the picture as a living being. Not only one picture, you have to make a family with the leaves you have collected. Students, really it's an interesting activity. You can do it yourself neatly and properly. Students, today we have seen chapter 9, how the leaves came down in literature. In this poem, we learned about leaves falling down from the trees and how autumn season turns to winter season. Not only seasons, but also we have learned about personification, synonyms, antonyms, and rhyming words also. Students, we have done book back exercises and I gave answers. Write the answers neatly and clearly in your textbook. Keep it safe. We will meet on next class with another topic. Thank you.